this could be a big moment because we're returning to a former series winner for Scott. I'm a bit concerned for the life of J-Lo. I'm not going to lie. Not in terms of her actual life, just in terms of like her being Scott's winner so far. Mm-hmm. This is Destiny's Child with their massive, massive single, Survivor.
So this was inspired by a pun made by a radio station about the fact 3 members had already left the band, and they compared it to the program Survivor.
Yeah.
For me, I have written down intro juice. I've got an intro juice right now. And actually, maybe I should have introduced Janet Jackson and didn't. But yeah, this has got a big string start to it as well. But yeah, a really strange inspiration, and it performed so well it won a Grammy in 2002 for the best R&B performance by a duo or group with vocals.
Talking there about the inspiration for the track, it makes me think about Stereophonics last week and how they turned their criticism into, in my opinion, quite a miserable track that doesn't really help them and just is like a red rag to a bull. Destiny's Child have taken some criticism and they've just made one of the biggest pop hits of the decade.
They do, and when you start reading on this again, right, this doesn't help the Destiny's Child, brand where they're like, Beyonce did it all, Beyonce did everything, and then 2 girls racked up and sang on stage behind her. Because you do really see that actually Beyonce went to the studios with the guys and put together and made this kind of a track.
She co-wrote and produced the entire album.
Yes.
All 18 tracks, which is mad.
Which I think is actually brilliant. But yeah, this is like what sounds like a song about a bad relationship. The other 3 ex-Destiny's Child members filed a lawsuit because they said it kind of breached terms of a previous agreement about them not insulting each other. So they assumed it was about them. Yeah. But I think, to the wider world, it does look like it's maybe potentially about being in a relationship with somebody who is not helping the situation, whether that be like a love relationship, a work relationship, a friendship, anything like that. But this one, I think, is like a very big, powerful stomper.
Yeah, I totally agree. And I think if you look at the comments of the music video, it's definitely a poignant track now because there's comments of like, I survived cancer, I'm a survivor. There's somebody who's survived, miscarriages and had been in toxic relationships. Even now in 2020, folks who are saying, I had coronavirus and I'm a survivor. It's just like, yeah, this track is a bit of an anthem, isn't it? If the song's memorable enough and the hook is sing-alongable enough,
yeah,
that this is like a bit of an anthem for anybody who's been through something and got through it. And I think that's big power to it, that they've written the song so perfectly and they've toned it so perfectly, and it's kind of balanced as well as it is, that it can be more than a track that could be interpreted as, oh, we had some ex-band members and we kicked them out and fuck them. Actually, it can be about anything to anyone who's been through anything, which is great.
Yeah, see, this is the second one now from Destiny's Child that's got me questioning things, right? And I like people that are upfront, okay? And I know I said with Say My Name, as much as I love it and it's a jam, it lost points for me because of there was a little bit of a sneaky element to it. And, say my name, and pushing the guy. He shouldn't have been there with somebody else. That all starts with him. But I think that upfront is better than trying to trick people.
Yes.
And I feel like with this one again, this could be my second little observation of Sly from Destiny's Child.
Okay.
If this is about the former 3 members, I don't like that because, you've even entered into a legal agreement. Why do you still feel like you need to write that? If not, excuse this complete point because it's pointless.
Yeah.
But I do feel like it's starting to pull into questions to me about the trustworthiness of them. It's still a bop. Like, don't get me wrong, it is a massive, massive bop, but there's just something in there that just goes into the back of my head where I'm like,
yeah, I know what you mean. But because it was the subject of a legal matter, I'm going to take the side of, well, they wouldn't break the law, so it can't be about that, can it?
Look at you being the optimist. We've spent way too much time together through lockdown.
It's potentially quite naive, but okay. I'm choosing to see the best. I'm choosing to see the best in them. I know where you're coming from, though. Yeah.
I still think, well, I'm going to just like void your point there. I'm kind of thinking, if the 3 former members who know Beyonce, have grown up with Beyonce, been in bands with her and stuff like that, even though there's a lawsuit in place where they expect to not get that, if they thought that was about them, it's because they know something and they know the system of the Knowles is too well, and they're going to we're going to open this can, we can leave this can closed and give them the benefit of the doubt, or if we really feel like we need to open this, we need to open this, and they opened it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or they could just be looking for some of that 9 million that they sold that they use in the lyrics.
Yeah. Let's move off legal matters because that's got us in trouble before, and I don't fancy getting sued by Destiny's Child and Beyonce, who's the most powerful person in the bloody world. The video, they've got a commando look going on that kind of fits the Survivor TV show and the sort of vibe of the song. All I'll say is it works for me. and I'll leave it there.
It made me want to see them live. It really did. And I've seen Beyonce live because I've gone on one of her tours. I've not gone on tour with her.
You've been on tour with Beyonce.
Yeah, otherwise she'd be even richer had she taken me as a support act. That'd have been great.
Of course,
me flossing away in the background there to like some old Destiny's Child songs. But yeah, this song makes me want to see them live, and I would love for them to do a tour. If they did a tour, it would be impressive. That would be really, really good. But in the video, you've got some life rafts, you've got bamboo jungles, you've got some like fires, you've got tribal vibes, you've got storms. Ticks a lot of boxes. And as much as I've been harsh about the kind of the legal side of it, and I've used the word sly and been called into question a little bit, I still think that this is a big global jam. Raspberry Seedless.